Why did SteveWillDoIt decide to clown his former best friend in front of 14 million people? And while this friend is no stranger to controversy, this latest fiasco might spell his doom. In fact, by the time you're watching this video, there's a good chance that 6ix9ine might have already found himself in jail for what he did. This crazy story all started on May 1st, 2024, after SteveWillDoIt decided to release a video called I Adopted 6ix9ine's Daughter, which featured Steve exposing 6ix9ine for being a deadbeat father to his kid.
This little girl was showered with cold water the last 6 weeks, bro.
It turns out that 6ix9ine has a baby mama and a daughter who he has been rejecting since her birth. We know this because 6ix9ine's baby mama tells Steve how little Daniel Hernandez, aka 6ix9ine, actually does for his kid as a parent. For example, for the past 5 years, he's supposedly only given her $20,000. To put that into perspective, that's about $4,000 a year, which is clearly not enough for someone who makes quite a bit of money annually.
How much money has he given to his daughter for 5 years? He said 20,000, right? Which is like 4 or 5 years. Can we do the math? Like
that's 4,000 a year.
4,000 a year, right? I've seen him get paid like over $10 million in 1 year, right? Danny's able to see his beautiful daughter and see like his face, and yet he'll give money to this bitch's daughter. He has a fetish for fucking black women that he can't get.
Now, this definitely was not a good look for 6ix9ine, as up until this point, it seemed like his reputation was on the mend. Whereas previously he was seen as a snitch who no one wanted to work with, he was now helping poor families, giving away money, and even had a collaboration with Kodak Black, which was a good sign of life coming back into his career. But with this situation, his progress over the past 2 years was basically reset to zero. So what did 6ix9ine do to Steve that was so bad for him to seek out his family just to get under his skin? Cause Steve is clearly not going through all this trouble to embarrass him, as he's known to be somewhat of a saint. And let's just say his intentions weren't completely pure.
I thought that I had like a t-shirt, world's best dad. I had this whole thing. I thought it was gonna be a joke. I was gonna try to f you, kiss you, this, that. It's all gonna be a joke, right? And then I come and I see Danny's daughter. And bro, I swear, Danny, like when I see his face, he represents evil in my life. And when I see her face, I don't see evil.
Well, to understand how 6ix9ine could have cut Steve so badly, we'll have to go back to the foundations of the relationship between them. You see, SteveWillDoIt and 6ix9ine had initially met back in 2021 through a mutual friend, and Steve was a huge fan of 6ix9ine, prompting him to try and develop a friendship with him by any means possible. But the method he chose would open a gateway for him to get used by the rapper instead. Before Steve got banned from YouTube, his main content revolved around giving away money and copious amounts of gambling. Some people even called him the R-rated version of Mr. Beast. That's why when going to meet 6ix9ine, he did something rather interesting.
I remember going to his house the first time and I came with a shoebox, $250,000 cash, and I gave it to him. And
then I told our mutual friend, I said, why is he doing this? And he was like, yo, the kid just wants to hang out with you. And then I said, all right, where are we going? He's like, we're going to Mexico. So he flew me out like an Instagram thought. He flew me out. He got me a private jet, got me my own room, and he fed me pretty good. Then I was like, damn, this dude is not that bad. He just kept doing nice stuff, and no one ever does nice stuff for me.
It felt weird.
I felt weird, and I'm like, yo, there's something up with this kid. And then like a couple weeks later, he gave me a $400,000 richer meal.
Although their relationship started because of monetary attachment, over time their bond grew into a genuine connection. 6ix9ine would appear in multiple vlogs with SteveWillDoIt and would slowly seep back into the limelight. And this time, it was on a different part of the internet, as it was not strictly within the hip-hop community anymore. It gave fans a chance to see another side of him, and represented him more as Danny rather than the character 6ix9ine. This was also a new path for 6ix9ine to make money, since the music side of things seemed to be extremely slow. He probably saw how much Steve was making from brand deals, which is why he had no problem throwing himself into content creation. To thank Steve for all the gifts and opening his eyes to a new realm of possibilities, he even gifted him a 1 of 10 McLaren, which had never been driven.
This coming from Danny, right? 6ix9ine, you know what I'm saying, like the rapper shit. And this coming genuinely for me. I know cameras are on, and I want them to record it because you're such a great individual, you know what I'm saying? And just everything you do for people, it's godly, you know what I'm saying? And you're appreciated by everyone here. Me, Rachel, my brother, Murph, my mom, we love you and we appreciate everything you do. So this is your McLaren.
However, 6ix9ine's tendencies to voraciously seek clout wouldn't allow this friendship to remain solid. This became apparent when Tekashi deliberately orchestrated a situation for SteveWillDoIt to greatly disrespect Lil Durk, a prominent figure from Chicago's music scene. Now, I've already dedicated a whole video about this feud and how it evolved, but here's the short version to jog your memory. As the hip-hop world was still mourning over the death of King Von in 2022, Tekashi 6ix9ine began feuding with his best friend and label boss, Lil Durk. Since then, it has led to a lot of controversy for Lil Durk thanks to none other than 6ix9ine. Unfortunately, SteveWillDoIt got entangled in the crossfire, and it was all cause his so-called best friend set him up. Basically, it all started when Lil Durk started claiming that he was not a big fan of Tekashi and absolutely hated the fact that he snitched on an entire Bloods gang that helped him become successful. He felt like he was essentially lying in his raps and only putting on an image of a gangster as a surefire way of gaining publicity.
A rat is a rat. You know what you did. Like, if you're not like that, man, just stay away from the streets. Like, be portraying the image that's really not you. You know what I'm saying? The people behind you know that. Like, I know I can't go do nothing with him. Because I know in the back of my head, like, man, he'll tell him if I get caught.
Right.
And they ain't understand that. You know what I'm saying? But nobody deserve to go to jail. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? He bogus. A rat is a rat.
Right.
I'm not surprised he told.
On top of sneak dissing Tekashi for being a rat and hit songs like Laugh Now, Cry Later,
I'm in the trenches, relax. Can you not pet that little boy in the club? Cause we do not listen to rap.
Lil Durk was also seen dissing him on Twitter in a now deleted tweet that read, "Fuck 6ix9ine." Obviously, Tekashi didn't take it lightly, as he felt like Lil Durk was also a hypocrite for not living up to the words in his lyrics either, since he didn't seek revenge for King Von's death.
Had to shoot, it was a fight. When these the same niggas that rap, ain't no fair ones, we shoot. Don't run up or we gonna shoot. Play the cap rap. When I mean cap rap, yo, King Von said, I swear to my mother, I drop dead right now if I'm lying. King Von said, when I die, my niggas gonna slide every day. Cat. That shit is cat. Who slipped for King Von yet? That nigga rest in fucking piss.
This led to a lengthy back and forth between them on social media, with Tekashi gaslighting at every opportunity he could.
Pull up the picture of Lil Durk with King Von, wearing King Von on the jacket. Niggas said for niggas killer ain't dead, we don't wear no RP shirts. Lil Tim still alive, son. No 4K trade members. Nothing happened to them. Look how happy he is. Look at this dead on his shirt. Look, yo, you think King Von thirsty? I think King Von thirsty. Look, yo, drink that. I'm gonna pee on you.
It was clips like these and other controversial comments that he posted online via platforms like Instagram that showed the whole world how low he was willing to stoop to generate some buzz. And during all of it, SteveWillDoIt did his best to not get involved with Tekashi's shenanigans. That wasn't until 6ix9ine took it even further when he got in contact with someone called Perkio. If you're not aware, Perkio was a dude who was known for looking just like Lil Durk to the point that he can pass as a clone of him. And as he was massively blowing up, Lil Durk decided to co-sign him, even getting him to appear in one of his music videos. In the mind of 6ix9ine, this was about to be the perfect crime. 6ix9ine teamed up with SteveWillDoIt and managed to trick Perkio, who was 19 at the time, into unintentionally being in his video, where 6ix9ine forced a King Von hoodie onto the kid while sarcastically mocking King Von's death.
It's got bro the jacket. You know what I'm saying? It's the whole jacket. Good, just leave the jacket on.
No one was even aware that this meetup happened until Tekashi posted a picture on his IG with the caption, "At Lil Durk, I had a gift for the bro. King Von, your dudes ain't never gonna slide, but they definitely rep you all day on t-shirts." That's when blogs and popular media outlets began reporting on the story, painting Perkio as a bad person for linking up with Lil Durk's ops. At first, Perkio was receiving a slew of online abuse because people felt like he was selling his soul to disrespect Lil Durk, which prompted him to release a response where he described the backstory of how this video came to be.
I had seen Durk. I did an interview with them boys, and then they asking me. I was like, all right, it's cool. I'm gonna just do it. And then they talking about some 6ix9ine at the beginning. I thought they was trolling. I was like, all right, cool. You feel me? I was like, 6ix9ine and everything, but I didn't know 6ix9ine was there at all. And then them boys ambushed me. I saw 6ix9ine came out of nowhere. 6ix9ine and then his crew. He had a lot of around him too. Like they all came, and then there was that one that came and then start talking to me with a jacket on. I didn't know what was in the jacket, and then he start throwing everybody ambushed me, like literally like he threw the jacket on me, and then like I started saying like this nigga was pressing his arms right here. It was pressing, and then I'm like, yo, No, I said I wanted to leave. I wanted to leave. Like I didn't want to stay. I said I'm very uncomfortable right now. I talked to the SteveWillDoIt guy. I said I don't want to do no videos with nobody. I don't want no beef. I don't want no none of that stuff. You feel me? Cause I'm actually, you know, cool with Dirk and everything. Cause he took me as a brother.
This response was met with mixed reactions because some people believed he sold out and was just trying to cover it up, while for others, they shifted the blame to SteveWillDoIt. They accused Steve of orchestrating the meetup and deceiving him into attending, a claim that wasn't entirely accurate. Faced with negative press and even death threats, SteveWillDoIt clarified his position to Perkyo, denying any involvement and inviting him to the video, writing, "Cap, I want to see the DM. I never messaged him to collab. I was unaware he existed until today. He came to do something with 6ix9ine for money. He played himself for cash." He even offered $1 million if Perkyo could prove that he was invited by him or any of the Nelk boys.
Dear Perkyo, you just posted a video saying that I DM'd you, I messaged you, and I set you up. First off, if you have the DMs of me messaging you, I'll give you $1 million because that's cap. Second, you said you came and you had no idea 6ix9ine was even there. Cap, let's roll the footage. You walked into the lobby and I said, 6ix9ine's here, he's upstairs, do you want to go upstairs? You went upstairs.
But this response would backfire on SteveWillDoIt, as Perkyo would release a video of when he first got to the filming location, which proved he had no idea 6ix9ine was gonna be there.
It's just like I don't want to mess up any bond with Dirk and everything. I can't. I don't want to like fuck it. I thought I was gonna do it with you and all that. Actually, you know, the background, yeah, he has disrespected some of the members and some members. I don't want to. Yeah, I'm around there. I'm around OT events and them boys. But I'm not affiliated with anything. You know,
You guys should still meet on my thing, no matter what we do.
I know it's gonna be viral, but it's about respect. I don't want to cross his line. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to do anything without his consent.
The truth of the matter is that 6ix9ine just played them both. 6ix9ine had told SteveWillDoIt about a video idea he wanted to do with the fake Lil Durk, but what he explained to Steve was different from what he actually wanted to do. He had told Steve that it would be a positive video about squashing the beef between him and Lil Durk, which is why Steve initially had no problem with it. 6ix9ine's team reached out to Perkyo using Steve's name in order to get him to come, because they knew that if Perkyo found out it was 6ix9ine, he probably wouldn't have agreed to come. The incident painted Steve as someone who disrespected the hip-hop culture and got him a lot of hate. Following the incident, Steve reached out to Perkyo and made it right by giving him some money to apologize for trashing him previously. After that, he claimed to have cut off his ties with 6ix9ine because Danny, the person, was being overshadowed by Tekashi 6ix9ine, the character.
I've known 6ix9ine for the past year and I've filmed videos and he hasn't been 6ix9ine. He hasn't been on socials. When I'm with him, we do fun, cool shit, give away money.
Come on, Steve.
Like seriously, I mean right now I'm not filming or doing anything with 6ix9ine anymore, because with me, if someone does something to me where they like use my name and then the consequences I got is I'm getting death threats and I'm looking like this bad guy when I had no ill intention, I would cut them off. No one just gets a pass because they're famous or whatever. It's like, it sucks.
Right.
So basically, like, I'm just not doing shit with them anymore. That wasn't cool.
Now, don't ask me how, but somehow, even after all this happened, the two would eventually patch things up. However, the next thing that Tekashi 6ix9ine did to him was officially where SteveWillDoIt drew the line, as what he did in 2023 cost Steve $2 million. With live streaming becoming more and more popular each passing year, and new competitors like Kick and Rumble offering streaming contracts that have gone up to hundreds of millions of dollars, it's no surprise that the streaming world has grown to be more intertwined with the world of hip-hop. Nowadays, it isn't a strange occurrence to see your favorite artist chilling on someone else's stream, or even streaming themselves to the platform. Even huge megastars like Drake hop on Kick every now and then. The reason we're talking about this is that sometime last year, SteveWillDoIt got 6ix9ine a streaming contract from Rumble, which was worth $5 million, and he received $2 million up front. But somehow, 6ix9ine managed to mess up this entire deal. After getting the $2 million, 6ix9ine basically did zero streaming, despite how simple the deal was. All he had to do was just stream and play video games for an hour every week. Most people do that for free, but he's getting paid an insane amount of money to complete this simple task. Now, this shouldn't be a huge problem for Steve since the issue would just be between 6ix9ine and Rumble. But in order to get the deal, Steve had to sign as a guarantor, which meant that if the terms of the contract were not satisfied, Steve would have to pay them back for their initial $2 million. Now, SteveWillDoIt is in a situation where he owes Rumble $2 million and 6ix9ine has refused to pay him back. And this is why Steve has been exposing 6ix9ine for the past few weeks. He's even providing for 6ix9ine's daughter just to prove how much of a scumbag 6ix9ine really is.
Anyways, he has a 9-year-old daughter that he doesn't support her at all. It's a blood daughter. And if you're not gonna take care of your daughter, then it's gonna take a real man to do it.
Steve ended up giving them $40,000, a Birkin bag, a Rolex, and some jewelry, as well as committing to giving them $12,000 a month for an entire year, which was quite generous of him. But this wasn't the only thing Steve had brought to the light. It also turns out that 6ix9ine is basically broke right now and on the run from the IRS.
Yeah, Carba got 6ix9ine's ass. He's a little bitch ass. No, 6ix9ine owed the IRS like $10 million, and then he owed like he lost the lawsuit to a stripper he hit with a bottle, another $9 million. He owes me $2 million. Well, he's not gonna pay me. I mean, I'm fucked $2 million, but he owes a bunch of people money. He owes 60 grand because someone did work on his house. He has a lien on his house for $600,000. No, that's a good title, buying 6ix9ine's house / car from the IRS.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's good. But I've been trying to buy his house for months because, dude, he's such a broke loser. Literally such a broke loser. And he's just a nasty person in general, dude.